continuing our conversation now with Senator Stivers and Representative Tom Odell Smith. We've talked a lot about budgets, and we've talked a lot about roadways. One of the other things we want to talk about, you guys have done something a lot of people said Republican Party wouldn't do, and that's you've opened meetings and open records in House Bill 453. You said it was okay for government agencies to meet via Zoom or whatever virtual means they need to, but they need to notify the media ahead of time and let the public know about that. What was your thinking behind that?
Well, it's Jay, it's just modern day realities. Pandemic, COVID showed us a lot of strengths and a lot of weaknesses. And I don't partake of the theory that everybody needs to stay at home, but there are a lot of cost savings. There are a lot of realities of being able to Zoom, doing what we're doing here, to communicate. It just needs to be done in a method and manner where if you're going to do a Zoom meeting, people need to be, and from a government perspective, people need to have the ability to watch and participate. And I think it opens it up a lot for people who couldn't to have this option of Zooming. If you're 20 miles away and want to come to the fiscal court meeting, it's easier, you can Zoom in. So
saying if you're in Knox County trying to go to Frankfort, you can just Zoom in and listen to the call and be heard and make a comment.
That's it. And so it's just the realities and something that we were shown because of COVID and the pandemic.
So there's 2 more days left, if I'm correct in my count. What do you see happening in the last 2 days of the session, Senator?
2 things will happen. Right now, staffs are working on all those things that are still hanging out there. We can still pass bills the last day if they meet the constitutional requirements. So we're going to look at those bills that we think the governor would sign and not veto and pass a few more bills like that.
Can you give us an example, one you'd like to see passed?
Oh goodness. No, I wouldn't even want to go there because at the end of the session, so many are trying to get under that deadline.
Right.
And I think there was close to 700 bills filed in the House.
Yeah.
And so, that's what staff's doing, looking at where they are. They had committee meetings, have they had floor readings, all that. So we're going to look at that.
No, wait a minute. There was 500 filed in the Senate. So there's about 1,200 to deal with.
There's a
lot of legislation.
Well, one of those, Senator, or Representative Odell helped sponsor here, and that was House Bill 457 on the pharmacy bill, and I know that passed the House 88-3. It was very big approval. Senate hasn't had a chance to act on that one yet. I know that's one of those 500 that are trying to squeak in under the line. Can you tell us why you were supporting that?
There's sometimes, Jay, when you really don't know a lot, it's best to learn.
Mm-hmm.
And so I've been listening to my local pharmacist. I'm more of a private run business rather than the big box.
Mm-hmm.
So I go to my pharmacies, my pharmacist around here in our local area, and I listen to them. And one of the concerns they had was the cost of management type of things. There's like a 3-tier process in payment schedules,
Mm-hmm.
and it's not just in pharmacy. We deal with it with the medical side, the doctors, dentists.
Right.
All of them are
Healthcare in general.
Everything is managed care right now.
Right.
So when I looked at it and listened to it and listened to my local pharmacist, I can't tell you everything about it, but I can tell you they had an interest in it, and so I voted for it. Now, does that mean the Senate needs to look at it the same way? I don't know. All I can say is very seldom does the president and I talk about bills. We'll talk about issues that deals with the county,
Mm-hmm.
but I respect him leaving me in the House to look at what I need to look at. I leave him. We've voted different on bills before. I'm gonna say the majority were on the same page, but there's going to be some times when we have a difference in our view of it, and that's all to do with policy. It won't never have anything to do with budgeting, because we're both wanting to get as much as we can back for our area. But policy becomes a little more fickle when you get down to again. He could probably tell you more about it in the weeds part of it, but I was given my consensus was that they felt like there was more. It would be more advantageous if there wasn't a middle manager on determining the price and determining the outcome. So again, it's all due to every association battles their own battle.
Right.
You'll have people pulling you from both sides, and what you have to do is you have to come home and listen to your people, and that's what I try to do. And then it's not always easy, but I feel like that at the end of the day, that's, you know, I'm one vote, but I need to make it several thousand vote if I can.
Absolutely.
When I'm up there. So
Well,
that's
now we
what I try.
appreciate both of you working for our region, and I know you listen, as both of you have mentioned here, to what the local people say, and I know we appreciate what you're doing for us up there, but I also know they deserve to hear from you about what you've done, and that's why we appreciate both of you coming in this afternoon and talking to us about some of the highlights from the session. We hope to have you back again and talk about some of the new things coming up, like who's going to be our next governor, senator? Are you going to be in that race? We'll have to wait and see what's going to happen after the
You're
gavel
stirring it now.
falls. So
Trying to stir
we
it.
appreciate you guys coming in today. Thank you so much, and we look forward to working with you again after the session.
Thank you, Jay.
Thanks, Jay.